Oh, what's up? You're in the
You
stream
got it.
now.
You
This is how
got
this
you got to
works.
you got to change that intro music.
That was pretty. That was pretty tame, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm
It,
sorry. I should have used some more raucous jams.
yeah, man. It felt
Maybe
like I don't know. It felt like too romantic. But I mean, we got a good relationship going on, so maybe.
we, we, we got a good thing going on. Oh my god,
Yeah,
going
maybe
there.
it
We're
was the right
going there
music.
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally my first. It was my first button on the first playlist of the first copyright-free music I could find. So
Really. Well,
this is
Danny,
this is an
can you
indication of how the stream will go.
why don't you just
That
upload your music like the Benson? Like you should, the one you made for Benson, the Benson song.
that's right.
That should be the intro
Oh
all
my
the time.
gosh, I should. Yeah. How do we do that? Is there someone we call? Do we need like a record contract? Is that how these things work these days?
Maybe.
By the
I
way,
think
hello
that
Eric. Hello Eric. Welcome to the stream. Wow. Oh, I guess I could change this banner. Hello Andy. What's up? Are we gonna do the part where we guess which one of us is pedalboard of the day?
we'll let people guess. We'll see what happens at the end, and we'll
We
see
gotta
who's right.
keep them guessing.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get mistaken for pedalboard of the day. That's big shoes. It's really big
Well,
shoes to fill.
well, you kind of, I mean, we kind of look the same.
We don't. We don't.
Then we kind of like you're like BC me.
BC me.
Oh, we got the glasses thing. I just don't have the beard.
Yeah.
wish I had
and
the
the
beard.
weight. The weight is what
Yeah.
you're missing. Yeah.
I mean, I can work on the weight. The beard is just something.
I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm
Oh.
gonna gain 100 pounds and I'll be famous. That's what it is.
Eric, we're lucky you have the day off. Thanks. And from the
Oh.
Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York. Whoa, that's awesome.
Adirondack. Isn't that what they make guitars out of? Adirondack spruce? I worked in a guitar store.
I had no idea.
Is it
there's-
Adirondack spruce?
Yeah, if there's one thing I really this is gonna
Are we
I
going right
really-
into it? Yeah.
I really don't care about the wood a guitar is made of, like an electric guitar. Like I just don't care, and I don't even know what it means. Like if you tell me like alder, poplar, it's like great, cool. Is it a
I
Strat?
find it's funny. I think the funnier part is how there's like a camp who are like, it doesn't matter, and then there's a camp that's like, it does, and then they fight. Like it's like Braveheart. They're like, we're gonna die on this hill. None of them can like be like, well, it might a little bit, or it might not a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's like no or yes, yes. So
Well, you know Godin. I mean, you know Godin guitars, right?
yes, of course.
So they're made in Quebec. So I
Is
remember
that how you
over
pronounce it?
Godin, yeah. Are you saying
just kidding.
you say Godin? Godin guitars? It's like the what is it like the god Odin with the G? Godin guitars.
Godin, yeah, yeah.
I was at I think I was at Long and McQuaid. I think it was there, and they were like hearing guys talk, and the guy's like, "Yo, this is," and it's maple. And the guy's like, "Yeah, well, it's Quebec maple." It's like,
Oh my god.
does it really does it really matter? Like, is there a distinction? It's Quebec. Yeah,
It's a Quebec maple.
it's a lesser maple.
Yeah. It's I remember I was at the Taylor factory once, and they made a guitar out of a pallet. Like it's actually fascinating. Here, let me try to find it. And then you can
Oh,
see
Eric, acoustic guitar. Yeah. I'm talking, Eric. I'm
course.
talking about electric guitars, but acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
that. Taylor guitars palette. Yeah.
I actually
So,
heard that. Go.
Bob Taylor. Is it Bob Taylor? I'm not sure. I feel like I should say Mr. Taylor. He had this like thing where he's like, oh, it's all about the construction of the guitar. So he made run of guitars out of a pallet. Like this is like a pallet wood guitar. You know, like a shipping pallet.
Right.
And you can even see like the little like nail holes and stuff. So yeah, when I was at Taylor, I tried one, and it sounded great.
How much did it cost? I mean, if it's made out of lesser, cheaper wood, would it be cheaper?
It was really expensive because it was like a limited edition. They could only make. He basically said that like they could only make like 10 of them, and it's like the only Taylor guitar guaranteed to like eventually fall apart. Like I guess because the wood, like they didn't even know what the wood was. They were like,
Well, you see that guy on YouTube? He makes guitars out of anything, like crayons. Like he'll just stick like crayons together or newspaper.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That account. That's pretty cool.
yeah. But
What's
but acoustic guitar tops totally. So electric guitars. I mean, I mean, what are like? Let's get to it. Are you a wood does not matter, or are you like wood kind of matters, or wood it really matters?
I feel like there's so many parts in electric guitar that it's hard for me to say whether or not it matters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's
That makes
there's
sense.
the pickups, but I guess it's just the pickups and the wood. Unless there's like the bridge. I mean, I guess some bridges you kind of hear like on a Jazzmaster.
Yeah.
Right. There's some parts in there that are kind of mechanical that other than wood that probably matter. But I don't know. I don't know.
Oh
be
yeah.
honest.
I mean, I'm sure like I wouldn't sweat over it. I guess is the way I would go about it. I wouldn't be like, oh, this guitar's not the preferred wood I have, right? But I remember I was always like the I don't care about the little things. I just want to play guitar kind of guy. But I bought a Sir guitar, like I ordered it from the factory. It was like a Stratty kind of thing, and I always liked it, but it never sounded like a Strat ever. It did not have a Strat tone.
Yeah, but that could be the like I have a Clapton Strat. It doesn't sound like it's a Fender. It doesn't sound like a Strat, right? Because it's got the noiseless pickups and it's got like a boost circuit. It sounds very hunky, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing like
All right.
that.
Yeah. But so I was always like, damn, like I wanted like a Strat, like I wanted like the ultimate Strat, and I could never figure out what it was. And I watched like some dumb video on a guy like nerding out on like the bridge of the guitar, and he said that the saddles of the guitar make a huge difference. And I changed because it had like you know how some guitars have like those like squarey saddles,
Yeah,
like the solid saddles. I changed them to like S style Strat saddles, and it was like, oh, there it is. There it was. It was like now it's a Strat. It was insane. So like since then I've been like, I guess I sweat the little things.
Really, like you know the whole thing like Rosewood. Now there's that. What is it? Palfaro. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Right? Palfaro.
Palfaro.
Palfaro. Palfaro.
Yeah, it's like Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah.
Ferrero Rocher. Yeah, I mean, because I have the J Mascis Jazzmaster, the Squire, and I think it's got the power Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a mouthful.
Neck. Yeah, neck. And I mean, I don't know. I know that you got like people like Rob Chapman. He's like, I can smell the wood and the smell bombs. You know. You ever see that? Like he's like, I know this is a Gibson because I can smell the nitro finish.
I can smell this. I don't smell it. Give it a sniff. Oh, Fair Weather Music. My Hendrix Mexi Strat is the most Strat sounding Strat. Okay, that's awesome. It's just Stratty. Is that the one with like the reverse headstock? I seem to remember those. Remember they had like a Hendrix one where it was like the headstock was reversed. So it was tonally like what he was doing.
Or you got the bigger headstock, like the bigger headstock is where all the tones at.
The big honk, yeah.
The big honk. But you know, I bet you can get 5 different Mexican Strats, and if they have different pickups, they'll all sound different.
Oh yeah, and like the pickup height too. Oh,
yeah, pickup height.
I remember one time someone was showing me this like trick where you like put like what are they called? Paper clips, like paper clips on the strings. And he's like, look, if you adjust the pickups and the paper clips move, they're too close. And I was like, this is too much. I was like, I'm 15 years old, man. I'm just trying to play some punk rock.
you weren't a tone chaser then.
No, I learned better.
Now it's all about the tone chasing.
The tone chasing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Quality of wood seems more important than the type HUD drive. Yeah, you were telling me that like vintage guitars, like guitars from the '60s, like the woods were naturally different. Remember you telling me that? What was it again? It's because they were like already aged or something like that.
Because Okay, so I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I have played a 59 Les Paul.
Okay.
This guy.
And how did it make you feel?
It played awful. It was awful. No, I'm just kidding. It sounded like a Les Paul. Like, it sounded great. Like, it sounded fine. Like, if you like Les Pauls, you probably would have like wet your pants. Okay, sure. But what the weirdest part is that when he handed it to me, my like arm went like up. It was so light.
Really?
And the gentleman at Emerald City Guitars in Seattle, he basically explained that, like, I guess the drying process was different for guitars back then because they didn't need to pump out like thousands a month or whatever. So they took like the wood was like naturally dried, not like baked. I'm not sure. I'm sure this is wrong, but I think it was also the type of wood. Like, it was like, what is the original wood? Like Madagascar. Like there's mahogany that you can't get anymore.
I mean, you can tell me anything at this point, and I'll just nod and smile politely.
Yeah. But it was very nice. Oh, look who it is!
It's Will. Hi, Will.
I told him he wasn't invited on this stream because you were too nervous.
I was too nervous.
And he's like, oh,
sorry, Will. I will need you as like my security blanket for the next stream because like,
yeah,
I'm just always gonna be me, right?
Is that how it works? We're always gonna be each other?
Yeah. No. We'll switch the names next time. Like, I'll be Danny, you'll be Andy.
Yeah, okay. It's like that scene in Ace Ventura. You know, it's like, if you were me, then I'd be you, and I'd use your. I love.
Actually, I did hold the early 60 Strat, like very like before 65, and I did feel like the biggest difference was like the wood felt like wood. You know, I don't know if that's just because of like the finish was maybe worn or something. I felt like the wood of the neck and the wood of the body felt like I was holding wood. If that makes any sense, I can't even describe more than that. But like I know what you mean. Now it's like a lot of finishing on it. It doesn't really feel like a piece of wood.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's so nitpicky, and I love it. But I don't know. There's something going on. Like, because I think I've told you this story before. But when I used to work at a music store, we had like a guy bring in like a 62 Strat, and I was like, it's wood bolted onto a piece of wood, like string. Like, how could it be special? And it even had like the 3-way switch, so you couldn't even use the in between sounds. And like, we plugged it in, and we were like, "What is this? This is amazing! It sounds like the records." It was so weird, and I don't want to say I'm a curmudgeon on that kind of stuff, but I question everything, and I'm like what could be so special about this guitar that's worth, like, I think at the time it was like worth 30 grand. I have no idea what it was worth, what it would be worth now. But yeah, we plugged it in. I was just like, well, okay, all right.
You know what I wonder what it is? I wonder if it's because you've been listening to that music your whole life, so your ear thinks that's what the good sound is. Yeah. So you pick up something and it sounds like that. You're like, oh my god, this is the sound that I don't get nowadays. But I mean,
totally. Yeah, it's just it's the right combination of frequencies that your like brain's like, it's like your brain's like recognizing the pattern, and you may not even know it, and it's like putting 2 and 2 together, and it's like, what?
Oh, this is it. This is the best guitar I've ever played.
Yeah,
I'll take $30,000 from you, sir.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The worst part was that this guy brings in this 62 Strat to get like I think it was like a setup. I think it was just a simple setup, and he didn't pick it up for like 9 months. And we had it in the back. We used to stack all our guitars that were repaired in the back, like on their end, like, and the power went out, and our staff fridge defrosted, and I see the fridge defrosted, and I was like, oh no, because it was literally all these guitars were stacked next to this little mini fridge. And I swear to God, we go inside, and there's like, you know how like there's like wax on the floor and the water avoids it? That was there was like a halo around the 62 Strat's original case of this water.
So not
like
only
Moses.
So the tone wood gives it magical properties that even prevent it from getting saturated with water.
I don't
Maybe
make the
that's
rules. I don't make the rules, but that
maybe
was
the wood gets old enough that like it just prevents. Like, do you think in like 2050 they'll be like, no man, those 92 strats, that's where the sound is, baby.
that's where it is. When they used to use-
2017 strats, man.
I hope we
Best
get to the
year.
point where we're like nostalgic for like, oh man, that 2009 Ibanez is a real keeper, you know? Like, oh, I'm in.
Nostalgic for the Robo Tuners.
Yeah, man, RoboTuners, man. Where do we start with those?
People bought him though. A ton of people bought him.
I just want to. I don't want to ignore Eric here. I love my Strat. I'm actually playing it today, just messing around. I just got the Duke of Tone and the Warn Audio Centavo. I only have about 5 minutes each. Wow.
Oh, it's interesting.
Is it a pedal of the? Is it a pedal of the year?
It's on the list.
Pedal of the year. I was thinking about making like a theme song,
Oh man,
but it didn't happen.
why?
Instead,
Why
I
didn't
just
you do it?
ate too much and sat on my ass.
And drank your liter of water. Show everyone your nice mug. Look at this. Look at this mug, and it's got a backstory too. Look at that. That's water.
Yeah, it's my Stein from Oktoberfest. I stole it.
Actually, funny story. It's just Danny's really really small, and that's just a regular size mug.
Yeah, it's just I think that tracks. That tracks.
Yeah. I didn't know about the Warm Audio Clon. Yeah.
Yeah, that like straight up looks like a clon, right?
Hold on, let's check it out.
Centavo. I'm googling it. I'll bring it up. It's this one.
Oh yeah, I love the little I love the name, like not the centaur, the centavo.
They know what's up. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounds more refined though, eh? Like I'd rather have my pedal be called centavo than a centaur.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
179. That's cheap, right?
That's
I mean, what do you know?
MSRP.
You get a,
That's MSRP. Is there a deal? Let's see what the actual price is.
I don't know. I mean, it looks cool.
179 is pretty expensive though, for a drive, for a 3.9 drive. I mean, it's fits right there.
Canadian.
It's
It's $2.59 Canadian. Although I guess we have to talk in American dollars. American dollary dues.
Oh my God, Eric, you're not chatty. You can talk all you want.
179 US. So MSRP 179. Wow. That's cheap, dude.
Yeah.
Although, is that cheap? What makes an overdrive
I don't know.
good? Andy?
What makes an overdrive good? I don't know. It's got that buttery sound, right?
Yeah, we were talking about topics to have on this stream, and there's some good ones.
We won't get ahead of
I wanted
ourselves.
to, you know what topic I want to talk about? Delay pedal price creep. Have you noticed that delay pedals are always the most expensive pedal, and they're creeping up in price?
Yeah, and reverbs too. Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening there?
Why?
Topic for another time.
It's the Bucket Brigade chips.
It's those buckets, man.
Bucket Brigade.
Those buckets.
Fun fact: there's actually little tiny people in those chips. And
I mean,
they're passing
that
buckets
is kind
of
of
water.
how it works. Like literally how it works. That's how a Bucket Brigade chip works. It's literally like a capacitor passing signal backwards.
Well, was it Joel from Joel Corti? I feel like every time you say his name, like some animation has to appear of like the voice of God.
Yeah.
Because he's like, but yeah, Joel Corti had a post about like even Bucket Brigade chips. Like we say it's analog, but it's actually kind of,
It's
digital.
yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so I'm just gonna take his word for it because he's an
Like
engineer.
it's not digital technically, but it's doing the same thing. Yeah.
Will has a grievance.
We'll ask why is Boss raising? It's not just Boss. Will. God. Wow. It hurts.
Will, don't you
That hurts.
own a Frank Brothers guitar?
Yeah. Yeah. All those Boss pedals you have, Will, were pretty expensive, weren't you? Yeah, that's right. I'm watching you.
Man.
I mean, I paid $179 first day it was released compared to a Clon. I think I got a deal. It sounds good, looks fantastic. I haven't played it much yet, but today is the day.
Eric,
Um,
you should plug it in while we're talking.
yeah, just send us a feed of your interface somehow.
Oh, Danny, I mean, you have a fancy mic, eh? I'm just like talking to my mic.
You're just talking to your computer.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I have standards, Andy. Standards.
I mean, I have standards, but I have budget.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I've had this baby for a while. It doesn't stink,
Oh,
which
really?
I'm pretty happy about.
Yeah,
No.
but it's your own stink. Like maybe you won't smell your own stink.
No, but no, I had this. I think, there was a period of my life where I wasn't taking as good of care of my teeth. This might be too much information, but
That's okay.
I swear, like every time I pulled my SM58 out of my mic bag and used it, it stunk really bad. And it was because I had like tooth decay problems, and it was just bad breath. So that was one of the reasons why I went to the dentist and got everything taken care of, and I take care of myself now.
Yeah, but now you have beautiful
because of that
teeth.
microphone.
You have like a celebrity smile.
I have Invisalign, so
Wow.
I went all the way. Budgetary issues aside,
Can we get sponsored by Invisalign and then we can all get beautiful teeth?
I'm in.
Let's do it. So every episode we're gonna drop a bomb about Invisalign, how amazing it is, and how beautiful Danny's teeth are. Look at that smile.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll take a quick commercial break. Yeah. So yeah, every time I smell the microphone, I'm like reminded of those. I'm reminded of that moment.
Microphone halitosis.
It's funny though. There's like chunks out of the foam, because my cat will every once in a while she'll just walk by and she'll be like, "How?" and just bite it. It's like, what?
So your cat won't eat her. She won't eat her own food, but she'll eat your mic.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. My gosh, good lord.
Danny and I had a conversation how we have like cats where every 3 months they're just like, yeah, this food, yeah, I don't want it anymore. You take it away and you bring something better.
Get this garbage out of here.
How dare you? How dare you feed this to me?
I think that's what I like about cats. Dogs just take it. Cats are like, no, I'm an individual.
Dogs, everything is amazing. Like everything. Oh, I took a crap. That's amazing.
It's so good. It's so good. Check it out. Pick it up, why don't you? Yeah.
Every time they go for a walk, it's like the first time they're ever going for a walk.
I do envy that.
It's a nice existence, eh?
Like, you watch a movie and you're like, man, I wish I could watch that movie again, but for the first time. That's what I wish. I mean, there might be some pedals. Was there any like pedals and stuff, like musical gear that you were like, damn, I wish I could like try that for the first time again?
Yeah, I mean, delay. I still remember the first time I tried a delay, and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" I didn't even know I didn't understand what was going on. Like, really? And like even it's like
me, it's me, but later.
But you know what it is? It's like it's me, but later. Is that what you said? No, but it's like even the controls. Like I remember the first one was like a DD3, first delay I ever had.
Okay, cool.
And I was like, what is level? Like even what does level mean? What is feedback? I take it for granted because it's like, oh yeah, level, whatever. It's the mix. But now it's like okay, I guess I'm just maxing everything. That's like
yeah.
That's my go-to for everything. Just max all the controls. And
what does it sound like all the
terrible.
way?
Time knob, yeah. That pitch twist, yeah, I know.
Lost my mind, Patrick. You're always losing your mind. Yeah, I don't remember the first time I tried a delay pedal.
Really?
I know my first delay was a DD6, but
isn't that the bad one?
Is there a bad one?
Yeah,
that's the boss one. Man.
No, people want the DD3, the DD5, and the DD7.
I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference. I don't know why.
You know who knows the difference? The gear page knows the difference.
The gear page. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the DD6 was like a DSP based pedal, I think. Whereas like the DD5, 3, 2, those were all like digital delays, but it's literally like it goes through all the analog circuits, hits the delay chip, the digital delay chip that emulates a tape, and then goes through a bunch of other analog delay circuits. Whereas DSP based delays just go in, get converted, do their thing, come out, right? There's
Converted to what, Danny? For the uninitiated.
ones
and
zeros.
Which is bad for your tone. If anything goes to 1 and 0, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Or a combination of thereof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
One
want
zeros
those.
and zeros and ones and zeros.
No. So I was thinking about like 2022 in retrospective. Okay.
Let's go.
2022 in retrospective. I'm bringing it all around to this. I'm bringing it all. It's all a circle. It's a circle. Yeah. Circle of life. Elton John sings about it. I was thinking about 2022 is one of the first years. I don't know if last year was like this, but we're at the point now where I'm pretty sure when a pedal gets released, the first question is it analog or is it digital? Confirm or deny?
Oh, to be honest, I haven't gotten that question in a while, where people actually care enough to ask.
I feel like we're in a zone of
like you can't tell.
Whatever. I think you can maybe tell, but I think people just are like, what? This is my life now. Analog, digital. No, I don't care.
I don't know how I feel about like. I think I've told you this before. Like people were like, "Oh, I like listening to records because it's like analog, right?" Or like some version of that. And just like, well,
whatever they tell themselves.
But the thing is, like, if the album was recorded all digitally, like I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but then the playback is analog. Then and that's what's important for you. So if I have a whole digital board, but the last pedal in my chain is an analog pedal, like let's say the Epoch Boost from Cattle and Bread, and it gets to that. Yeah. Does that change your perception of what your pedal board is? In the same way as like recording a digital record and playing it back through an analog record. Something to think about.
That is wise. That's wise beyond your words, I think. I think I remember I was a coworker of mine. He collects records, and he's like a record file. He's really into like the specific types of pressings and stuff.
Really?
Because there was a vinyl record distributor where like they promised that like the pressing of the record is they took it from an analog source, not a digital source, and they got caught lying. Because like I think it was basically like they pressed like a bunch of thousands of Michael Jackson records, and they said that they got the original masters from Sony, basically. Okay. And then someone called them out, and they're like basically like, no, because if you pressed 20,000 records off of original analog pressing, you would ruin it for the future. And I don't know the whole story, but they got caught basically selling audio files saying that it was an analog master that they printed it onto vinyl from, so it never touched the digital domain, but that was actually not the case.
Okay, so there's a section of people that really care about what I just spoke about.
Totally.
Like even from a records perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I always thought it was just downright hilarious when someone would be like, I can only do analog, and then like they go to a recording studio and they poop it into digital. I always thought that was funny, really, really funny. Yeah.
Well, I mean, your amp is analog. Like if you're passing all these digital pedals through your analog amp playback, I mean, does it matter at that point?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
We need to get into like.
I always thought of it as like, as long as it doesn't change my feel of the guitar.
Yeah.
Like I am really sensitive to like the way my guitar feels as far as
like
latency and stuff. And if you have a bunch of times where your signal is converting into digital, eventually you will notice it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Though it's funny you mentioned that, because I'll do like the Q&As a lot on the Instagram account. And a lot of people are like, oh, do you find like doing this pedal changes your tone? And I'm just like, I'm surprised. I'll chat with these people, and I'm just surprised how many people don't use the other pedals on their board to adjust any tonal changes caused by other pedals. Like, that makes any sense. Like, yeah, sometimes adding more pedals will change the sound. Like, I remember, like, I would add a volume pedal, and it's like, oh, it sounds different. But I was like, my drives have tone knobs, and they have volume knobs, and they have, like, just, just tweak it to get back to a sound that sounds good to your ear. And I was always able to get back to a sound that I liked pre-addition of the volume pedal, for example.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised a lot of people don't think to add that tweaking. It's there, right? A lot of your stuff has EQs on it already.
Yeah, like when people are like, oh, the plugging into a buffered or a non-buffered pedal will like dull your tone, and when you can just like walk up to the amp and go treble, treble it up. But it's like I can't think of it. It's like the law of like you're scared of what could be, what's missing. You're scared of that feeling of like, oh, something's missing and I don't know what. So you try not to lose anything, I guess. I'm
Talk about losing something. Danny, you're chopping.
Am I chopping?
Yeah, you're chopping a little bit.
Oh.
Am I the only one experiencing this?
I'm checking the playback. I'm checking the playback. Now? Am I chopping? Am I okay now?
Yeah, I think you're better. I mean, you're frozen, and it froze on it. Oh, okay. Now you're back. Well, it keeps freezing on a face that's not weird, so that's good. Like, you know, you get sometimes you're frozen, you're like.
As long as that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Smooth over here. Okay, it's just me then. It's just me. Thanks, Will. Thanks. I do have
a lot of windows open, so I'll close some of these. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. You said windows open, and I thought like, why does it matter whether you have windows open? Because I wasn't thinking like windows on your computer. I thought you like in your home.
Wow.
Damn. And I'm not joking. I'm not like making some like dad joke here. I actually just thought like, why does Daddy care whether or not his windows are
practicing your dad jokes right now?
No.
My goodness. What a weirdo. Oh. God. So analog digital doesn't matter. You're okay with that. You're like, whatever.
No, I don't know. And then like I know it doesn't matter, but then it's very important for me to have my modulation section be analog.
Okay, all right.
And I don't know why. It's just pure. I don't even have a reason whether or not it sounds better. It just mentally I need it for it to be analog.
I told some coworkers and friends that the other day where I was like, this pedal's digital. It sounds amazing. But my little pea brain just can't get over the fact that it's converting my signal to digital. It's just
nuts.
My little pea brain.
Like I have the GFI synesthesia. It sounds amazing. Like I'm pretty sure if you would give me blind comparison, I wouldn't be able to tell. But I need my analog modulation.
Yeah. Well, I'm a flanger and chorus nut, and I find they all sound good. The digital ones sound good, but there's something about plugging them before distortion and distorting it that is lost. I have no idea how that works, but because I like all my modulations before distortion.
Right.
And if it's going into distortion pedal, it sounds significantly different. I've never been able to find a digital pedal that.
But even after, because I've noticed the same thing. But I don't do it too much, but I've noticed that even digital modulation, so chorus and flanger specifically, like you mentioned, even the drive going into the digital chorus sounds different than if it went into an analog chorus. And I wonder how much of that, if there's any kind of breakup from the chips, from the input signal, from an overdrive.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Like if you're like clipping the I don't know anything about, so maybe some engineer's gonna tell me I'm wrong, but maybe you're clipping the chips in some way.
Loopy Demos, hello.
Hey, Loopy Demos,
what's up? Yeah, well, I have one of those Cooper Effects arcades.
Yes,
which I think is like the most hilarious idea for a pedal. I love it, but it is very sensitive to input volume.
Yeah,
and it will crackle in kind of a nasty way.
Digital? Are you saying digital clipping, Danny?
Is this what you're clipping?
Oh no,
digital clipping. Oh. So it sounds kind of nasty. So you got to watch. You can't be like pushing it with volume. You kind of have to watch the volume.
Well, yeah, because there's that company. Have you ever heard like Horathia FX? They make like that one knob chorus. It's like really nice. I have it somewhere.
Horathia.
Yeah, HORR. Pull it up. HORROTHIA. Type 1. That's the pedal. It's called Type. Or you could just write Type 1 pedal. That would have been way faster than me trying to spell Horothia or Horathia.
Horathia. This guy.
This guy, yeah. Okay. This sounds super beautiful. Okay, so if you have a drive pedal that's already fairly driven, going into that, but then you increase the volume of your drive pedal to drive this pedal, it's such a beautiful sound.
Really?
So, yeah.
What does it do?
It's just a chorus.
But what's it doing?
It's just I don't know. I'm guessing the chips are clipping, but I guess because they're chips, they're clipping in the saturation you're getting is a nice saturation.
Wow. There's those buzzwords again. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chewy, hairy, sandy.
Did this come out this year? Is this a
No, this is a while now.
This is not a new pedal?
No, it's not a new pedal. It's really good. It's a bit expensive, but it's really good.
Loosely based on the CE1 from the 1970s. Okay. Max clean headroom, so even a strummed bass, a synth, or a humbuckered guitar won't hit.
Loopy demos, like maybe it's op amp clipping. Maybe I'm not. See, I wish I knew more about the electrical circuitry side of pedals, so I can actually maybe not talk out of my ass 90% of the time. But I wonder if it's like some kind of op amp or some kind of clipping happening in the circuit that's like a analog clipping.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah, because there's never unlimited headroom, right? So every pedal will have a dynamic range that it can handle, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's just the way it is. That's why.
For anyone, wait, before you go, for anyone watching, why don't you explain what headroom is? I get that comment a lot. People are like, "Oh, you talk about headroom. I have no idea what you're talking about."
Oh, great. Okay, all right. Well, the wave, the sound wave, right? That's how big the wave can get before it distorts. It hits the ceiling, right? Mm-hmm. I like this. This is good. Like if the wave hits here, it'll flatten out. Yeah. Oh man, I'm using the top of my screen. It flattens. Oh yeah, goes back down. So if it hits these hard edges, it distorts. Yeah. And if you buy a distortion pedal, it just clips those tops off of the wave. I like using my hands to talk. This is fun. Yeah. So some pedals have a higher headroom before it clips.
Yeah.
Right?
And some amps too, right? They have they can handle a certain volume of input signal before it starts to cut your waveform and distort.
Yeah. So it's how that shape is also clipped it's really funny. Like you look at those stupid overdrive pedals, they're all the same, right? But they all have if you look at the waveform that it just clips like the edge of one side of the waveform or whatever. It's like super specific. It's so nerdy.
Are you talking about symmetrical and asymmetrical clipping, Danny?
Yeah, I am.
Wow. Yeah. I'm learning things today.
I have a tattooed on my butt.
Yeah, imagine you get a tattoo of asymmetrical clip. you love pedals so much.
Not good.
Bucket brigade,
buckets. Actually, a bucket brigade chip, like a bunch of dudes down your arm,
that'd be cool,
passing buckets. Okay, yeah. It's just nerdy enough, maybe. I'm not sure.
Like glassy tone, transparent overdrive.
Yeah, getting the buzzwords is like a word collage would be good.
Mid scoop.
Mids.
Yeah.
God. That always that kind of stuff always makes me laugh. Where you're like, damn, oh man, my tone's so good. Oh man, that's the best mids. Oh my god, that's awesome. And then you record your guitar, and in the mix, you just take an EQ, a digital EQ, and you just scoop it all out. It's it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's where the vocals sit, sir. Scooped. Yeah, I always thought that was so funny. But I think there's a lot to be said about being happy with your tone. As a recording engineer, I would never be like, no, dude, you gotta scoop that shit before you put it in my console. No, you gotta be happy with your thing, and then I'm gonna poop all over it, I guess.
Well, I mean, we've spoken about that before. I feel like if you if you think you sound good, you're playing better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make you want to play through a sound that you're not comfortable playing, which affects your playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's
Huh.
it's like handing someone a different guitar. No, we're gonna record this solo with this guitar. It's like no. But
Hold on, I lost you for a second. Okay, I'm back.
what did I?
No, it's because I think my computer sucks. That's what I think. I just
Oh,
think it
damn.
sucks. And
I'm sorry, buddy.
I keep freezing. Yeah,
You're
we get-
freezing.
Yeah, I know. I got a sense of that was happening. Hold on.
Okay. All right. That's
let
okay.
let me try closing some windows. Can we
Don't-
get
don't
sponsored
panic.
by like? Can we get sponsored by like
Apple.
Dell or something and have them send us
Apple.
a laptop?
Somebody call Mr. What is the
Mr.
guy's
Dell.
name at Apple? Dude.
Mr. Lenovo, Mrs. Lenovo. Dear Mrs. Lenovo, can you please
Mrs.
send me a laptop?
Yeah. Is that it? That's the one the Lenovo's have the little rubber mouse thing in the middle of the keyboard. I
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
The little button in the
The
middle.
little, I think they
red
call it a
button.
nipple. They call it a
The-
nipple.
The red nipple.
I believe they actually do. Okay, all right. So 2022 pedals that came out. I had this, like,
We're finally getting to it.
we don't have to. We don't have to at all. I have to be honest. Okay. I had a hard time remembering what came out this year.
Every year that happens to me. Every damn
Right?
year. Yeah, I'm just like, what happened this year? And then
Because,
I
like-
always get those January releases. I was like, this.
Yeah, we're like, you're like, give me a break. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess you could like search your emails and be like, who the hell's who emailed me this year? But I don't know. Reverb did a little top 2022 best selling pedals released in 2022. So this is going to be super skewed to what Reverb does. But
Well,
that's the
who knows?
list.
Who knows better about what pedals are good than the people buying them, right?
That's true. Can you see that? It's pretty.
Can you see that?
How do I
I
make
mean,
this bigger? There we go. Oh my god, that's way better. How's that?
Oh, that's not bad.
That's pretty good, right?
That's pretty good. Wow,
Habit. You just gotta have it. Look at you.
Right,
You're
yeah, it's
number one.
it's right there.
You're number one.
Anne sent that to me.
Oh, that's right.
That was-
I saw
that
those
was-
little
yeah.
that little nice little exchange.
Yeah, she's so great. I mean,
That's
I was
really
tired.
nice.
I was tired of my mood. She's tired of her habit. Nice little. It's really complicated. It's got a little manual that I've been reading daily, and I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I understand like some of the basic functions, but other than that, to be honest, it sounds pretty good. I wonder if I'm gonna say this. I
Okay.
wonder the fact that I know it's made by Chase Bliss, if my ears are pretending it sounds better than what it actually sounds like.
Is that a common phenomenon for you? Are you is that a thing? Do you
I
get
don't-
blinded by that?
I don't know. I would hope not, but I mean, I don't know.
You don't know.
I would love to like do blind. I know it sounds pretty good, like because it has like these filtering options, and then like you add the filter, and it kind of sounds like an analog delay. It sounds like a really good analog delay. So,
Okay.
But I would love to have tried. I would love to try pedals and not know what I'm trying when I'm listening. Like the first time I'm plugging it in. Like I wish everything was
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I'm constantly concerned about that because of my day job,
Right.
the boss thing. Because like
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, BD2 sounds pretty dope, and then I'm like, is it just me, like being like boss is the best? You know what I mean?
Okay,
like
well-
I'm always worried about that. Like,
Well,
am
let's
I
be
still-
honest about the Blues Driver. That tone knob gets pretty shrill past. Like we can be honest. It's like
It does stuff.
after there. It's pretty shrilly. But I mean, you can always. It depends your setup. Depends what you're looking for.
For sure. Yeah.
But
And,
it does
and
sound
it was
good.
funny. I loved the new DS1 coming out, and everybody's starting at noon on the tone knob, and I'm like, "Eh, you're barking up the wrong tree here.
Okay,
Take it to
nothing
9
beats
o'clock.
Nothing beats how trashed I got when I did the HM2W demo, and like
Dude, that
everyone just
was epic. So
ripped
epic.
into me.
Yeah, that was really funny.
It's like
I
Boss should just make
enjoy
a HM4, and it's just the soft, like it just turns on and off. There are no controls. It's just it's done, and then
Yeah.
that's their pedal, and they can keep that pedal, and then everyone else has to use the HM2 for different shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was that was something else. How
Yeah.
dare you? I think it was
The
because you
sun is
specifically
the law.
I think you specifically called out death metal in the title, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said no
They're-
death metal tones.
They're like, yeah. I liked it. I liked it too, Loopy. Yeah, but a lot of people were like, that's not how you use that pedal. Which
No.
is weird. Like there is enough gatekeeping in other hobbies. We don't need to have this in this doesn't need to be a thing. Like
I have a very standard response to people who are like that. I'm like, oh, imagine if everyone in the history of music was as uncreative as you are right now.
totally. Yeah, that's a very pointed response. I like that.
Okay. So number 2, Earthquaker devices. I didn't try it. Oh,
Interestingly, got an
HM2W.
HM2. Yeah, that's super cool. HM2W is dope. Not biased. Hashtag not biased. Is that what
Not
I have
biased.
to do? Hashtag not biased.
I will say one thing about the HM2 is I have trouble getting in recording with my ears here in the room. Like when I play in there, I'm like, wow, this thing's massive and huge. And then like it transfers to record, and it just always sounds a little different from what I'm hearing in the physical space.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weird pedal. There's nobody anywhere would disagree that it's a weird pedal. But Habit. So we're done with the Habit. The Habit was number 1. That came out this year. The only thing I'll before we leave the Habit, I'll say what was cool about the Habit is that Chase Bliss does this thing where every one of their pedals released is like an event.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think that's cool. You know, it's like Metallica came out with a new album. It's an event.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing. Also, oh, it's not a spelling mistake.
Well,
I thought it
you
said
know,
Ibilis.
you know why though? It's because you know they're not gonna just release a clone. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why I unfortunately got sucked into the Generation Loss, which
Well,
I think is the dopest. You messed
I mean-
up. You didn't buy one.
no, I didn't buy one because I thought it was gonna get slammed with duties and customs. But
I didn't, by the way.
But I feel like, can I be honest? You know, sometimes that you read those like threads or comments like, oh, what new effect or sound can they make? Like everything's been like flanger chorus, blah blah. I feel like the Gen Loss is a sound. Like it is modulation, but it's not really a chorus,
Yeah,
right? It's kind of like it's its own sound, like
for sure.
distinctly
Yeah,
its own sound.
It is, yeah,
I guess like
agree.
it's in the vibrato category, but I mean, I don't know any vibrato that does that sound,
I like
right?
that.
Or any combination of pedals. Like I try to use some combination of pedals to get, like I have like an Autobit Junior and like you know, warped vinyl. I have like some low pattern. I don't get that sound. It's just like it's that's the sound.
It just does a thing.
It's this thing, and that's what's cool about it.
I like pedals that do a thing. A thing. Just
One thing.
this is what's up.
Uh-oh.
I just like it. This is what's up.
Well, speaking of a thing, the special cranker is just a thing.
What
right?
is that? I don't even know what that is.
I think it's like it's just an expanded version of like their boost that was very popular.
I'm clicking it.
Yeah.
I'm giving
Bring
it
it
a
up.
click.
Poly Blue Octave.
Oh!
Oh, we're gonna get into yeah,
Okay.
this thing.
Okay.
I mean, Emily from Get Off said it was amazing, and I mean, I really trust her ears. So, I didn't try this one, but to be honest, almost everyone who
Here it
got
is.
this said sounds really, really good.
Germany Silicon. That's cool.
Yeah.
More. It's got a more button
I mean, yeah.
and not a knob. I mean, it seems really reasonably priced.
I think that's what's cool about Earthquaker. It's like even the plumes, which is like that TS, like the Tube Screamer pedal with a few mods. It's like I think like $99.
That's
So you get like these pretty wicked sounding overdrives for a decent price, and they look cool and they're reliable, right? Because it's Earthquaker.
yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to buying that one right now. Buy it right on stream.
Are we gonna watch? Buy it now, Danny.
But bye now. I just want to talk no breaks. I just got back into guitar after a 20-year absence. The gatekeeping and bad information is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. No breaks. That is a fascinating like gap. Like I would love to know more about like how different it is, because I'm sure it's totally different. Although 20-year absence is like 2002. So I guess what was,
you know what I wonder, just like information it's so much easier to get information in people's opinions. So back then it was like you got the people probably writing in public spaces were really hardcore beer nerds, and now it's like you get a pushback of people are just like, nah bro, you're wrong.
Yeah, well I wanted to buy an espresso maker not long ago, and like I Google like best espresso machine, and you get into like Reddit subreddits that are like, if you buy this you're a dumb piece of shit, and I'm like, holy man, well I just want to. They're like, you need to buy the $1,500 Scooby Dooby one, or you're dead. We'll kill you. You know, like everybody's so extreme, and like, if I often think like if I hadn't have looked at those reviews, I would have bought the thing and probably have been happy. like ignorance is bliss. I'd probably be making espressos right now, but instead I looked at some comments of some hardcore interneters. And I was like, wow, I don't want to be stupid.
Yeah, but they make you. I wanted to buy a pair of boots for the winter because like it snows like insanely here in Montreal, and just like I read the comment and like they make you doubt. They're like, this is a piece of junk. Don't even bother. Don't waste your money. And you're like, wow, this must be really terrible. Why would I even bother? And then you're like, there's like 4 bad reviews and like 90 good ones. So like, man, those 4 bad reviews though, like, what if that's what I get?
Yeah. It's like when you used to buy things on eBay. You don't look at all the positive feedback. You search for the negative ones. Like 20,000 feedbacks, and you're like, well, this negative one's really scaring me off here, right? Crazy.
It'll kill you. It'll straight up. This rubber band will straight up kill you.
Yeah. You're gonna die. Yeah. Even with the internet, even if the internet 20 years ago, I had lots of dumb ideas. I had no clue about single pass. Yeah. Solid state, again, another thing where like it seems like it was like solid state or tubes or die, and now it's like whatever, like what, people are like, I feel like the opinions are not super hardcore anymore. There you go, JC22.
It sounds good with drive. Yeah, it's 22. It sounds good with drive. Yeah. It just, I mean, I'll be honest, not every drive pedal will sound great in front of it. Just like not every drive pedal sounds great with a Fender Scoop EQ amp.
Yeah. It's almost as if different strokes for different amps. Yeah. That's how the saying goes.
Right. Okay, let's move on to the DL4. I was supposed to get one. It hasn't arrived yet.
Steve.
Poor guy. Where's my fucking DL4, Steve? Supposed to get it in September.
Okay,
so it looks cool. Actually, it looks terrible. I don't like the look of it, but it sounds amazing from what I've heard so far.
It looks complicated, Andy.
I think Will said it looked like Gumby. That's what I'm sorry, I put Will on the spot. He's probably like, damn it, why'd
Gumby. All right, yeah.
Pull up Gumby.
It looks a bit complicated for my taste. Come on, here we go.
Why is it? It's the same thing as the original one. The original one wasn't complicated.
Well, this has like sub modes now. There's like the original sounds.
Accessing green. So the green is what makes it complicated.
Yeah, that's what it is. There's like shift button press. I'm a simple man, and if I have to remember what shift button does, I get scared off. So and that's saying a lot, because I'm covered in like Roland and sequential like synthesizers right now, and they're all like that. They're like,
do you own a Mac?
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to like function with a Mac with like all its like commands and stuff.
I suppose I just get a little scared off.
Really?
I get scared.
Nothing to be scared about, Danny. It's a pedal.
I just need a hug every once in a while, But I have no doubt that this is a dope sounding pedal. No doubt. I'd actually love to try one. 4 buttons.
4 buttons.
So it must be pretty big, huh?
It's actually smaller than the original. They said, and I think I've seen pictures. It's a tiny. It's slimmer, and I think a bit less wide than the original.
Okay.
What's
But
next on
you
the
don't
list?
have one, so
No.
you can't say it's the pedal of the year. The pedal of the year. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure they sold a whack of them. So I'm sure it's the pedal of the year for a lot of people.
Let's go here.
Yeah.
What's next? Halo. Okay, I'm just gonna be really honest here.
Oh man.
That pedal
please.
came out, the Keeley Halo. I looked at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, and I never
That's it. You were just
like, cool, and I didn't look into what it does or why it's. So I have no opinion on it.
you get no opinion.
None. I was just like, cool. Dual echo, awesome. Next.
I like dual echoes, like the cascading echoes. That's why I really love the Volante I have and the
Right.
RE202 is because the cascading echoes is cool. So I'm interested. I have to
have the
admit.
dig. I have the Sherman dig. It sounds really good.
Yeah. So, but do you have a what is the word? What's the opposite of proclivity? I don't,
A disclivity. No.
a disclivity. Signature models. Where do you fall? Are you
Oh, I don't care. If it sounds good, it sounds good.
okay? All right.
Yeah,
I feel like we're
yeah.
so on the same page. It's not even funny.
I feel like that's really uninteresting. I feel like people want to hear like people really dig into. I hate signature pedals. I'll never buy one. Ever in a million years. Fuck
You know what's
Andy Timmons.
You know what's a sleeper signature pedal, dude? If you could ever find one,
Are you gonna pull up the Jet Phaser from?
this
Oh, I fucking knew it. I knew you were
Yeah.
gonna pull it.
that is the sleeper signature pedal.
There's
If you don't have one
shop.
of these, you're dumb.
There's a guitar shop near my house. It's had one for sale. I'm not. It must be 15 years. It's just sitting in the display case. No one buys it.
Oh, what?
No, I should just buy it.
Do they want like stupid money for it?
No, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll go. I'll go next week and I'll let you know how much it is. Maybe I'll just buy it.
Okay, all right. It's a great.
Yeah.
It's a really cool pedal. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Paul Gilbert.
Pablo Gilberto. Yeah.
I was gonna say Tom Gilbert, but Tom Gilbert's a hockey player that used to play for the Habs for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, Paul Gilbert.
But I think I only paid like $140 for it.
That's so everyone knows it's like the Paul Gilbert signature flanger.
It's the
Flanger.
signature flanger.
Flangier.
Poly Blue Octave and MXR super badass Variac fuzz. I hear that's really good.
Okay, the Poly. I think I told you like Poly Blue Octave. I was just like, yeah, I'll do the demo. Cool, I'll do it. It's like an octave fuzz. I played it and I was like, wow, this thing rips. Like it's really really good. It's really good. And I know a lot of people are like, can it replace my Pog? It's like just get the Poly Blue Octave for what it does. Forget about whether or not it replaces your Pog.
Yeah, is it a digital pedal? Is it like an analog fuzz? Like
So it's
We got
like
questions.
there's like a weird no, I don't know. I didn't look into it, but it's really hard to find this information. I think it's a digital fuzz. They're not very transparent about like whether it's digital or analog. But to be honest, it sounds really good. I'm not just saying it like I don't really care. Like it's the only demo I ever did for MXR. It's really good. It just sounds great.
awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
What about the Universal Audio Dream 65 reverb amplifier?
I mean, everyone says it. I mean, I was gonna get that, but then the Boss IR200 came. Everyone
Oh yeah.
has great things
How'd
to
that
say
work?
about it. I watched like because I was very serious about buying this, and
Yep.
all the demos sound ridiculously good.
Yeah. I mean, UA is one of those pedal companies that it seems like a lot of their releases are very deliberate. So, and they'll never do like a stinker. They'll never have like one where it's like, oh, just wait for the firmware update to come. It'll be better. I promise. Yeah. Why no headphone out? There's no headphone out.
No, I heard there is a head. Someone told me there's a headphone out. You have to look at the back. Look at the back because like it's not. Scroll down. No, it was there. It was there. It was there. There, look.
There it is. There it is. Oh, hey, Longum Quaid. It's funny how that was the first that came up. Boop. Oh.
Next.
Boop.
Oh no, there isn't a headphone out. Never mind. I was wrong.
Wow.
Right. I thought it wasn't stereo. That's what it was. That's why I almost didn't buy it because I was like,
wow,
oh, it's not stereo.
What a thing.
Yeah.
All right. It's not like on the side.
No. I remember because I wanted to get it to do stereo demos, which I don't usually do, and maybe I'll comment on that after. But I was just like, if it doesn't do stereo, I'm not gonna buy it. And someone's like, no, it does stereo. Just the pictures, you have to look at the back because I was like, I couldn't find pictures of the back panel.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Okay, well now we're at the Space Echo pedals.
Oh man! Wow.
Wow.
RE202. Now, I have to stay unbiased on this one, but like, you know, like when you have like the decibel meters at a football game, and you're like, scream as loud as you can. There was a lot of like people pissed their pants over this one. They were
it's really
excited. Yeah,
I've noticed, and I think I've told you this a million times. I think people need to stop thinking of it as like it's a pedal with the reverb section and the delay section and like boost, saturation, whatever you want to call that, preamp section. It's like it's a system. It's all one thing.
It's just doing this thing, yeah.
And they all affect each other. Like if you're the reverb will sound way different if you slam it with the the preamp, as will the repeats. So like you really got to think about it as it's not just like different parts. Like it's really it's a machine, and kind of like the original one was too, right?
Yeah, so very much so. Yeah, it's just it's a system, I think is the best way to put that. Yeah, it's a system.
Because even people are like, oh, I find the reverb too clean on it. It's like, no, slam it with the preamp overdrive. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be super clean.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And this was the pedal, perhaps the best example of like when I brought up like nobody cares if it's digital or analog anymore. Nobody cares. Like nobody was like, oh, if only. It's like no, nobody cares.
But even the repeats, like I find like sometimes the repeats, like you place your repeats here, and if you don't have that preamp overdrive high enough, you'll get, let's say, 8 repeats. But if you start increasing the overdrive, you hear more repeats. That's like a way of like how it's all working together, and you need to think about that when you're using the pedal. You get way more out of it.
Yeah, there's a level of interactivity there.
Yeah.
We talked about the Poly Blue Octave. It looks awesome. I'd love to try one. I think that's on my list of if one showed up around here for cheap, I'd rock the hell out of that.
Can someone get Danny a Poly Blue Octave, please?
Yeah, just make one on Craigslist happen, please.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Duke of Tone.
Duke of Tone. That was a big deal. Oh my god.
Ambient Trash. I think Ambient Trash. Follow Ambient Trash on Instagram. He said it's amazing. So yeah. And Ambient. Let me just make sure it was Ambient Trash. But I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah, maybe it was someone else.
No, it was Ambient Trash.
I don't remember. Did you do a demo for this one?
No, I didn't do a demo for this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate. I don't like. They're too small. Mini pedals. It's just. Be bigger, please. Be bigger, please.
I don't think I have. Do I have any mini pedals? I don't think I do. My feet are too big. Like when I play with like a band and I'm singing at the same time, it's physically impossible for me to hit that little button
without crushing the pedal entirely. Just smashing it.
Like the space between pedals on a normal size pedal is the minimum distance between these pedals to not smoosh a bunch of them at the same time, Well,
what's good about the Duke of Tone, depending on how you use it, it can be just an always on pedal, and you never have to turn it on and on.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Now, have you had a King of Tone?
No.
You suck. Wow.
That's like one of those things. It's like the cost is so like prohibitive. It's like the cost is at such a level that I really don't care about what it sounds like at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I went on the list 2017. I got on the list and I got it in 2020. And it was good. I was very shocked at how little volume it had. It didn't have a lot of volume. Yeah. But it was nice. A bit smooth. was a bit smooth for me.
I know people who get on the list, and then the moment they get the pedal, they just sell it for double the price.
Oh man, yeah, those guys suck. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I sold mine, but I at least waited like a couple months.
Oh wow. What? That's a topic. How long should you wait? What's the acceptable wait time before you double the price of your King of Tone?
Hey man, I only sold it for like, I think it was double. I think it was
Yeah,
double.
it was double.
I'll
Oh,
be
it was
honest.
double. Very respectful of you.
Yeah, a respectful double. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Ducotone seems cool.
RE2. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's all the same thing. Like Boss makes good stuff. It sounds
Yeah.
great. Your demo
Yeah.
sounded amazing. I was like,
Yeah.
cool.
I like the RE2. I actually still have my RE2, but I gave away my 202. So
You gave it
shows
away.
that. Shows me. Just gave it away.
Wow, what a generous man. I hope someone can show you some generosity and send you a Polyblue Octave.
Yeah. You
M1.
never know.
M1. Walrus Audio.
What is that?
That's
You know what it is?
it's the modulation version of this.
And that's the D
This is the
one?
delay one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That
It
one.
looks cool. Though I mean, I like out of all like the multi modulations, I like this one because it's got a lot and it's in a very nice small compact one without a screen.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
The
does a lot.
screen stuff freaks me out. I'm not a screen guy.
No?
Am I old school? Oh, Loopy did a demo. Oh, let's.
Yeah.
All right,
Loopy Demos. Okay, let's look up. Loopy
we're going.
Demos has the cool. No, go.
What? No, what's going on here?
It's on a website where it's interactive.
Yeah. And what? Oh my God! It.
No, you're going in the wrong place. Write Loopy Demos into Google.
Oh my God! Here, just a sec. This is embarrassing. I don't even
Oh,
know
I
how
just-
to. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I kicked my laptop.
Oh, don't do that. Don't kick your laptop, please. This.
Yeah, look at this gate. Loopy Demos is the coolest thing. The demos are interactive. Check it out.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's really loud. Can you hear that?
No, I can't hear it.
I'm sorry. I have no idea if you can hear that or not.
But
Where are you?
you can hear it yourself if you just go there.
There you go. Go there. Go there, guys. Go to this place.
All right.
You know,
What's next
I'm
on
bringing
the
up the
list?
list.
What's next on the list?
Okay. All right. We're gonna go overdrive here.
Something I've noticed about this list, though, it's very much mainstream companies, right? Doesn't seem like there are many.
Well, I think this is based on sales.
Yeah, so, there's Universal Audio, yeah, Ruby. That's I think the Ruby is the. Could it be the Vox one? The Vox version? I think it's the Vox version. But it's the same thing. I mean, all those demos sound really ridiculous. I'm just not gonna lie. The JHS Overdrive preamp, that's like their version of like the DOD 250, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I tried that in a store. I don't usually try out things in stores, but I gave that one a little rip. It sounds like an overdrive.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really. Okay, it's not that I don't like the DOD 250. It's just like it's a good sounding distortion. It's not my bag. So something like that, like just JHS version, won't make me particularly excited about it. But I'm sure it sounds good. It's not like I won't like it, type of thing.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
So Slotva or Slotva.
Slotva.
Yeah, I got that one. Funny story. I dropped it by accident, and both the foot switches broke off. Just it's like in a closet right now. Yeah, it's just like
What?
Yeah.
Well, all right. That's done.
right off. Yeah, that's done. That's just like gonna sit in the closet. Unless anyone wants it, I'll and they know how to fix it. I'll send it to you, and then you can fix it.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but it's cool. It was like it's exactly like the slow. I find the okay. So my biggest issue with the slow was I found like you didn't really hear any reverb until like the mix was at its maximum.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
always really pissed me off because it sounded really good. And this one I find it fixes that one. And I mean the only real addition there was the addition of presets, like the major thing.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I know a lot of people ask me like, "Oh, is the V2 worth it because it's got presets?" And for me, it's like anything with presets is worth it.
You
for
figure?
a V2. Yeah, I like it. I like to save my sounds because I don't want to just always twist knobs. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Yeah. I still haven't figured out the presets how that works on the Chase Bliss pedals I bought, but
Oh,
I
come
hope
on,
to get
man.
there
It's so
one day.
simple. It's so simple. Okay, we'll do a whole series on Do You Dip?
Do you dip? Okay, all right. So let's sum up all these pedals, the rest of these in one little thing.
Okay,
Have
well,
any of these have you played?
Yeah, Space Bender's super cool. It's really, really, really cool. I mean,
You did a
everything.
demo of that?
Death by Audi released a pedal. I'm like, how can this be cool? Like, you read it, it's like, okay, whatever. It's just like a really quick. It's really good. It's really awesome. The Zio's good. I mean, I'm not really. I think I told you this, Danny. If I had to, if I had to choose between overdrive pedals and an amp overdriven with a boost, I always choose an overdrive pedal. Though I know there are people there who will kill me for saying that. So it's a really good sounding boost. It's really functional. It's really great. Jam pedals. Dalai Lama. No, I haven't played that one. Soldano. I haven't played that one. Walrus Audio Lore. I tried it. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like the concept that it's in the pedal. I think we spoke about this instead of. I think like where do pedals go? I think people mean more like compact pedals that are a sound instead of being like another reverb that you can do this type of thing.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it does. It's everything is there to make us a specific type of sound.
Yeah,
and I want to see more of that in pedals instead of because usually that type of stuff is in like larger menu diving pedals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that is a great way to go. It's just because I like single use things.
Yeah.
And I'm bad for like setting a pedal one way and never touching it ever again.
Well, with the menu diving pedals, like I'll get excited for the first like maybe month, and I'll set whatever I set in those first 2 months. That's the furthest I'll ever explore the pedal. Then I'll just stop exploring for the rest.
Okay. All right. So we got a list here. We went through the list. It's all cool, but we should end this stream off with talk what your favorite pedal of 2022 is.
My favorite
Mr. Pedals. If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, I'm just looking at my list. If you just give me 1 second.
I think I maybe invested more in your desktop background. This thing?
Hey. Yeah, hey, how's it going, man? Are we talking about Danny's background or my background?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's talking about this Thermae
VM2
yeah, that's
background. Cool. Yeah, because my background looks like, It
looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks just a gray wall. It's like prison.
Gray walls.
Okay, I'm looking really quickly. What did I like? Can I be honest with you?
Oh, man.
I really like that Dreadbox Disorder fuzz with like the filters and the envelope. And I don't even like envelope stuff. That thing that's really good.
I have to admit, it looks really cool. And what's it called? It's called the
Dreadbox Disorder fuzz.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Like it's really good.
Oh man. Did we just look at your video? Is this what we do?
No. Why would you do that?
Well, we have to pick a YouTuber that we like.
Can trust. And then like second place is the Slicer and all the bad comments I've gotten on it. Because people don't have...
You've gotten bad comments?
Yeah, from people with no imagination. Imagine that.
Wow. Here's your hand, by the way. Oh, come on, man.
Wow.
Look at your hand. Do you like moisturize before a video?
You know what these are? These are very studious hands. I've never had to do hard labor in my whole life. Look at that. The hands of reading books.
Yeah, I have to say, this interests me because I, as a synth guy, having a filter control is really cool with resonance is dope. And it has CV outs, which you may not even know what those do.
Okay, full disclosure about this pedal. For some reason, it does not interact well with some pedals that come after it, some overdrive pedal. I don't know what it is. Like the fuzz like will sound like it does, but it'll affect the overdrive pedal coming after it.
Because it's
which
digital
I don't know
pedal,
why.
right?
No,
Is
I
it
think
digital?
it's analog.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So I don't know why.
weird.
Yeah,
Just an impedance thing or something like that.
maybe I don't know. That bothers me about it because it's really good. Like I had the Adventure Audio fuzz, which was my favorite fuzz ever on my board for like 6 years, and that kicked it off.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah,
Just gone.
just gone.
Kick to the curb, as they say. Just
Like Dandelion. Sport.
yeah.
Bye, Adventure Audio.
See you later.
See you later,
like that.
buddy.
So your fuzz of the year. Fuzz of the year, right here.
Oh, pedal of the year. This is
Pedal of the year.
And I even look. I wrote it. It might be my favorite pedal of 20, and it is. It still is.
I don't. I'm not gonna scrub through your video. I'm sorry. Oh, the title is called. This is my. Oh my god! I didn't even pick up on that.
Dang.
Well, that's just obvious.
Wow.
Wow. What an honor. What an honor, Dreadbox. We're gonna have to send this clip. We're gonna have to send this clip to Dreadbox saying this is the your pedal of the year.
Well, cut out the part where
Pedal of the year. What? All right.
Cut out the part where I said it doesn't play well with some overdrives.
That's reality. Dreadbox, if you're watching right now, this is reality. It's they can't all be zingers, right? But that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's super cool. I was thinking long and hard about what my favorite pedal. Oh, and you said the slicer as well. The slicer is just good, clean fun.
Yeah, nothing does that. Nothing does that.
Yeah, but I've been really enjoying to see the positive comments on it, because I kind of was on the fence. I was like, are people gonna like respond to this? But they did. They like it. And if you don't get it, it's okay.
So for people who say like, oh, the slicer can't be used in the band context, there's a Montreal band that used it on their earlier albums. They're called Atsuko Chiba. Put their name there.
That's right. You sent me this.
Yeah, I think that one song, like it's like it doesn't use an entire song, but they have like this build up to like this transition, and it's like it uses the slicer, and it's so well done.
Yeah, like if you sliced the whole song, that would be weird. But
yeah,
do you have a pedal on the whole song? Not necessarily.
So the song is called Carpets Through the Fog, and it's got like this transition into like the main piece that it's building up to, and they use the slicer, and it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. I loved it. Yeah. I shared it around.
Did you really?
I did, of course. Yeah.
And what do people say? They're like, oh, this just sounds.
They're like, we don't speak French. We don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, it's instrumental music.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I would say, my pedal of the year would be that Chase Bliss one I bought. What's it called again?
Genless?
Yeah. Genless.
Oh yeah. See, I don't have that one, so I can't comment on it. But I really want it.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Joel, if you're watching, he doesn't have one.
Do you want to trade for Habit?
No. It's just cool. Again, like you said, it's like it does a specific thing.
Yeah.
And it does it really well. Like really well. So yeah, do you need your music to be lo-fi? No. Should you? Yes.
Do you need music? No, but
yeah.
But we need it.
But right. I will say though, there is noticeable latency on the pedal. So I have kind of an interesting setup that I was going to do a video of it, because I was like, I'm unique, I'm smart, because like basically like anything I loop into my looper, the looped loops are going through a different output of the looper, so that like you're playing, you're recording everything in, everything's pushing out normally, and then the looper, whatever it records, it's sending the recorded stuff to a different output. So you just turn the gen loss on, and it only gen losses that output. It's interesting. It's interesting to me. Yeah, at least.
Well, you're gonna. That's gonna be a live stream. Danny's setup.
Danny's setup 101.
Yeah. 101.
How to be cool. Oh, Paul J. Herman's here.
How to be
We're
cool.
We're just in wind down mode. Wind down. And he's got to get to his life.
Yeah. I have a 1-year-old who needs tending to.
This wind down time.
Yeah. He needs to go for his nappy soon.
He's gonna nap it up.
Yeah.
Same here.
And for whatever reason, so maybe this is for he naps to Proud Mary from CCR, and so, like, every day we play like Proud Mary all day long for the last 15 months. Which is, it's a good song. I loved this song 15 months ago.
Yeah. At one point it was a bop, as they say. Yeah. Oh my god.
Final word. Then you get the final word.
No, you got to do it. That's how this works.
What? I didn't prepare for this. Well, I mean, this was cool. I hope people found it cool. I have no idea what I'm doing, and
oh, good. Neither do I.
Yeah, but Danny, you're pretty good at this. It's like you've done it before.
I do it every Thursday on our other channel.
Well,
but I'm not here to plug other channels here.
No, you can do it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Here, I'll do it. Loopy Demos, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for hanging out.
This is my other channel. Oh, I typed it in the wrong chat.
Yeah,
we're cool.
Also, check out Loopy Demo's website. It's like the most unique thing.
Yeah, I posted his link in the chat at one point. Where did Loopy go? Yeah, right here. Copy. Loopy Demos. Oh, that's a big link. It's just loopydemos.com. Demos.com.
All right, man. We got. Is that the outro music?
I think so.
Wow.
This is Stream Beats by Harris Heller.
Well,
he's good.
It makes me a little sad, this music that we're ending for the day.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We need to do like Simply the Best. Well, it's been fun. You know, I think we could do it again. We'll get guests on. This was more of like a tech test, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a cool microphone like me next time. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll beef up the setup. This was very low effort on my part, but next time it'll be a bit fancier next time.
Yeah. Eric, wow, thanks for the emojis. Wow. Bye everyone.
Thanks for
great hang, guys. Yes. There you go. Thanks, Eric. Wow.
Peace, everyone.
Okay, so now you have the tradition is to end the stream, you have to say the last word, and you got to pick a word or phrase that you want the last thing to be said on the stream before I hit the end button. And it will be a very abrupt end. I don't have a fun.
Oh man, this is a lot of pressure. Tonewood doesn't exist. Bye.
Sorry. Okay, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you later. What is this?
What is this? What is what?
Welcome back to the real stream. We're still live.
No.
Yeah, we're still live. Just let the big boy handle this, okay?
Okay.